Hello everyone, and welcome back for, I think it's part 8 or 9 of our 100% Mass Effect playthrough. Tonight, well, the past couple of weeks we've been doing a lot of the side quests, and we've done 10 or more so far, possibly more, of the sort of side quest planets where you get the square of land and you've got to go around and do a few little missions and explore and get some ores and stuff like that. But tonight, to bring up our journal, we are going to do one of the main quests, and we are going to find Dr. T'Soni. And then I think well, actually, next week we won't be back with this, we'll be back with something else next week. But I'm thinking maybe we should do one of the DLCs next time round. Try and remember which one is which. It's highlighted on the galactic map anyway, so it won't be too much of a bother when I'm trying to find it, but that's 2 weeks away. Today, our mission, as I said, is to we're going to do the main quest to find Dr. T'Soni, and then we are going we'll then do the roundup at the end of that, where we'll visit all the crew members, and we're going to have to flirt with her because we need to make up for lost ground. Because I got the Mass Effects mixed up, and she is basically our only option to bang in this game. Right, I put the desktop audio on there, so fingers crossed everything is all in the right place. And let's head over to the galactic map.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure. Hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. Thank you again for your assistance, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Yeah, so if you remember last time, that was one of the missions where the scientist had done all sorts of experiments on the other fellow and held him captive. Let's zoom out. So, the Kepler Verge is complete. So we have done definitely all of these systems, because I had a slight technical issue last week. And remember the document I was putting all the names of the planets we visited in? I may or may have not forgot to save it. So I think what I might have to do is at some point in the next 2 weeks, I will come on and I'll redocument every planet that we've visited. Without saving, of course. Yep, whoops. The technical issue. I know for sure we definitely, because I was sort of like deliberately trying to like, you know, like fill in this sector of space and then like push back. I don't know if I don't think we did that one. But we 100% did these because we went to Faris first. I was trying like to push it across the galaxy this way kind of way. Because I mean, we're gonna, like I said, we've got the DLC, the Pinnacle Station one. That'll probably take an entire night. The asteroid one, top of my head makes me think that's quite a long one. It was, see, I could be getting that mixed up with a piece of DLC or level from another game. That's the problem I had with some of these other bits and bobs. Is I've mixed up which game certain things happen, because to me, it's like you know, it's like when you got like the John Wick films or the Lord of the Rings films. To me, they're not separate films; it's just one big story. Anyway, to the Artemis systems. Ooh, what was the name of the actual system? I think it was that one. The A seems to stick in my head. Hang on. Journal. Sorry, explore the words. Oh, right. So it doesn't actually say which one of these worlds that we have to go and visit. That's fine. They've all got to be explored anyway, so you know. Alright, zoom back out. And suppose we'll start from the top corner and we will just go around. Travel to another system, yep. Nothing on there. Survey planet. Zoom out. Now, is there anything in the asteroid belt? Let's just scoot around. Nope. Survey planet. Survey planet. Nope. And there was one more, wasn't there? And survey planet. So it's definitely that one. Proceed to the next one. That one. I'll say scan the asteroid belt. We've got something. Survey that. Next ring. Alright, we can land on this one. What's this? Is this the actual world we need to be on? Well, thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. We've just started today. We're just searching for which one of the worlds we have to go and rescue Dr. Tassoni. I'm reckoning it's this one. But I'm just going to back out for a second, because I want to survey all the other planets first, just so that we've got that that complete for when we leave the system later. So next ring is this one. Nothing on that one. We'll scoot around the asteroid belt just in case there's anything exciting, and actually we'll grab this last planet before we survey this one. Just scoot around this last chunk of the asteroid field. Nope. It was this one, wasn't it? Right, I'm guessing this is the world that we need to be on. Let's see, but we have to have Tally. I think we'll take Rex with us this time. Accept squad. Confirm squad, yep. Right, one way to tell. Yep, this is definitely the right world. It's not just like the only ones where it's just like a big block to explore. So we have a lot of zigzaggy paths. I know there's a few bits and bobs, I'm sure if I remember rightly, because it's a long time since I played, that we have to like get out and open gates, if I remember right. But let's get out of there.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Are any of these accessible? I can't help myself. I'm not seeing any like green markers on the hatches to say that they go anywhere else. I don't think they do. I don't recall there being anything else other than the main quest on this one. So we're not going to have to worry about like secondary objectives or anything like that. It's not like when we go to Novaria. Novaria will probably be there for quite a while because there's a lot to do on Novaria for our 100% playthrough. Oops. Been back a bit too soon. I think once we get on to like the next lot of Mass Effect games, I just remember like there was mountains of DLCs and all the extra quests that you go on for what do you call them? Sort of like friendship quests with your you know, with your crewmates. It's absolutely loads to do because you got if you do all the friendship quests with them. Like during like the final conflicts, they're a lot. They work a lot better with you. Let's follow the road up here. So this place is going to be crawling up Geth because part of the reason that we haven't looked up to Sony is because Saren, if you remember, after we've been doing all those side quests, the bad guy, he is searching for her as well because she's an expert in Prothean technology. The Protheans, if you can't remember who they are, that's the people that were like here before, sort of thing, but their race is gone now. And it's the belief of people in the galaxy that it's the Protheans that made the mass relays, but you'll uncover as you know, the stories progress that it actually wasn't, and they were just part of a continuing cycle which has been going for millions upon millions of years. Thanks for the follow there. We've not long started the level, so you're just in time. What was that? Alright, here come the Geth. Knew they were coming. That ship looks awesome, doesn't it? The head of it reminds me of... Oh, no. Hang on a second, I'll just deal with this first. There's an old TV show from, I think it was the 70s. But the ship in that, it always reminds me of the head of that ship. There we go, I think we've taken them out. Yeah, Chris, a few people popping in there tonight. Just as well to anyone else that joined. I don't know, I haven't actually checked to see if there's anyone on some of the other platforms yet. But you can always check out the Discord if you cover your ears. In theory, the link should be appearing in all the chats, though I'm not seeing it appear in YouTube. So it's possible if anyone's over there tonight, because I know there's been a few people the past few nights over on YouTube. I can't see your chat by the looks of it. There was an error with restream chat just as I was starting the stream. But you can always hop over to Twitch. The links are in the description on YouTube as well. And from there you'll be able to you know, join in the chat, because I can definitely see the Twitch chat because I've got 2 panels for Twitch chat open. I see, I knew there was like gates and stuff. Here they come. Just do the bouncy thing you see over there.
Enemy sighted.
Let's just take out that one there. Surely we got him there. Oh, that was a near miss. Yeah, exactly. Over on Twitch here, you get to earn all the bonus eggs.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
By that, I think we'll go this way. But today, royalty, I haven't actually been well today, to be honest. Oh, hang on. Just to use that there. After I had a bit of a lunch today, I just feel like I'm going to be sick all day. But that's why I wound up. I did like a whole load of accounting stuff this morning and what have you, and I did finish some bits and bobs of paperwork I need for a few clients. And then after that, I was playing because I'd actually got it to run. I was playing the first type of the Sorcerer game. And I wound up starting it and finishing it. just in the one sitting there. Oops. So I can confirm that the sort of patchwork emulator is fully functional. There's a couple of little visual glitches here and there, but other than that, it worked brilliantly. Plus, as well, I was able to, because we've been playing it on iOS, and I've also got the Steam versions, which are like a really bad, really bad sort of emulation sort of thing, and plus all that other rubbish that they have on top of it to try and make it run, just makes it look awful. But was able to get like the fully functional. With like all the classic interfaces and everything. So I mean, that's what you saw from. Except that was the thing that keeps on throwing me. You know, when we're playing Simon 2. When we're playing Simon 2, the thing that kept on throwing me all the time was the icons weren't what I was used to playing back in the 90s. But you can see from that picture, you can see sort of what it was supposed to look like. So if you are interested. I did put the thing for if you want to do like a long play where I'll just do the entire game from start to finish on like a Sunday or Saturday afternoon or something like that. But we're going away here. To be honest, at some stage I'd probably do that anyway, but it's just a question of how soon everyone would want to see it. Ooh, what happened there? There we go, you just need the pistol.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Right, let's get in the Mako. We're going to drive up to that other gate because, you know, I hate walking. Oh, hang on, have we got to clear out this building here? No survivors. See the red dot on the radar. Ooh, we're stuck on terrain. Packed all of this to gel. Yep. I wonder where we've left the survivor. So we can't have that. Get back in the Mako and we'll just drive back up that road for a second. Unless I can see it. The radar would suggest that it's Kinda there. Right, hang on. Spin around. Come on, turn around. Or don't. There's this. Oh, hang on. I think the radar's picking up an enemy up here, maybe. Do a barrel roll. Yeah, it's picking up an enemy from the next section. Oh, we're stuck. Come on. Get through. There we go. One good thing, if we go through Simon again, we'll be able to gather up all my favourite quotes and put them in that in my favourite quotes Discord bit from all the point-and-click games. So with things like that, we could even do like long plays of Broken Sword. Compacted gel. Oh, I assume there wasn't just like a compacted all to gel because we don't need any of this stuff.
That's the last of them.
Let's put that away there. Of course, this weekend, I think it's this weekend, checking the Discord schedule, we have a long play of what is that game called? Firewatch. I'm looking forward to uncovering what that one line of dialogue is that we missed. Because that is actually the only reason we're doing it. There's no good news up here. I can't even remember what the controls were like on that now. But you know, we've got plenty of time. Actually, I might, if I've got time later on, I'm tempted to maybe jump through. Oh no, it would take too long. I was thinking like going through to try and figure out when that line of dialogue is spoken. But no, that would, it just would take way too long, I think. Is that a Geth there? Yes, it is. Oh. You just see that plasma bolt or whatever it is coming to us and bounce. Yeah, as long as if we miss it again, that's it, game over. We will uninstall the game on stream if we miss it again. But it's that one thing, because she was obviously on the wrong frequency when she was talking, and it's just ever since we played that has just bugged me. And bounce. Now then. Radar says Geth in front of us, but they're obscured by that rock. Come on, let's keep driving. Maybe if we get to this outcrop here, we might be able to see them, because I'd rather, just for the sake of ease, just take them out from here if I can. And bounce. Next one, we'll have to go a few more feet forward, because it was just slightly obscured by that rock. Guessing we can probably sort it from here. Ah, there it is. I can't tell if that's still alive. Yes, definitely dead. Little happy jumps. And speaking of happy jumps, tomorrow we will be playing the first expansion for Alan Wake. So we completed the main game, so technically it's done, but we have, I believe it's the signal and then the writer, or it could be the writer then the signal. It would make more sense if the titles were signal than right, I don't, to be honest. Just got hit by something. Or did you forget about that one? We'll do the American Light Nightmare, which is like a standalone game, and we will do that one as well. Just gonna check the map for a second. Yeah, I think this is the bit where we have to go out and walk. That means there's a bit where you have to walk up the hill because you can't hit the Mako any higher. It mustn't be this bit yet. But next week our complete schedule is slightly different because it's Halloween week, so we're starting from Tuesday and I suppose running all the way through to Sunday. It's all Halloween-y type specials. So we're going to have a little Halloween build on the Ravencraft server on Tuesday. We have a special edition of Plum Hunters on Wednesday, and then we have Butcher something, Slay something or other. Little bounce there. Something along those lines for Thursday's game, and then we have the Maid of somewhere in Wales. Ski or something like that, I can't remember. We're going to be doing a long play of that, which will be starting early on next Friday. And then we have Costume Quest for Halloween night itself. Yeah. Which I'm quite looking forward to, because I remember when that game first came out on the 360, I wanted to have a go of it. But at the time, I couldn't afford it. But it's now available on Xbox Game Pass. So hopefully it'll be good. Let's see, no more enemies here. Yeah, that's the thing. With those 3 games, I've downloaded them, they're sitting on the Xbox. I haven't loaded them up. I will try and load them up just to make sure, like on the day, like what I do every day that we play Halo. At some point in the afternoon, I always start the game up, because sometimes that needs like 40 gigabyte downloads and stuff, so I've got to leave it for the day to get all that. The update of it, I mean, when we last played, it was a 14 gigabyte download, and I was pleased I did that in the afternoon, because I wouldn't want to like turn it on just before the stream's due to start. Ooh, we almost went into the drink there. Yeah, this is the bit I was talking about where you can't take the Mako. I just thought it started a bit sooner. Know where you can get the Mako over that? There's probably an invisible wall in the menu. Doesn't mean we're not going to try for a minute. Yeah, watching percentage bars load with Dr. Ravenholm is the next update downloads. I mean, hopefully with it being like an older 360 game, there's probably, the developers probably don't even exist anymore. So there's probably not going to be any other updates for it, I would imagine. Saying that, every couple of weeks on Steam, Half-Life seems to get an update. The original one, so I don't know what on earth they're patching or what have you every couple of weeks in it. One. Squeeze through the gap. Try and get us up on one wheel. Yeah, like that. Oh, no. I don't think this is happening. we've got the God pistol anyway. We don't need any. We don't need the artillery. Sure, my pistol does more damage than what this tank does anyway.
Heading to position.
Any Geth gonna pop out? Any more Geth?
Now,
Nope.
Think we're good, Commander?
So whilst we do our Sunday night stroll through the Geth here, what have you guys been up to today? Has Mr. Socks all been fed and cuddled? I thought I saw somebody standing there. Who's there is?
Hostile contact.
Yeah, I thought I saw movement up there. Step back a second. So you've been sleeping all day. Much like Gravy. Gravy's been cuddled up on my knee most of the night as well. A happy chick all snuggled on my knee. Casserole sitting on my shoulder, of course, as well. Just make sure there's nothing over there. Oh, is he all cuddled in now, is he? He's a good little kid. Let's just check. Nope, there's nothing exciting over that way.
All targets down.
Let's just pop our gun away and just... Shepard can just jog to the... up to the outpost. There is a sort of boss fight in a second. Where one of those big tank things is going to get dropped. But, you know, we've got a pistol, so we're alright. Lens flare. Am I putting you to sleep already, royalty? That big Geth tank is no match for our pistol. Look at his armor just dropping there on the top of the screen. There's only two Geth left. Oh, there's one right there.
That's the last of them.
Oh, you can't blame Chrissy. Like 2 hours of sleep if I could only get that much. I said the pain shooting through my leg is just phenomenal. It must be the same for yourself. I have to get a wheelchair, and you've got the dogs there. You can use them to pull you around the IKEA. There we go. I think we've got everything. Let's go head down now and meet up with Tasoni herself. But we do that though. Save number 470. Open. Oh, has he missed you? 2 seconds. I remember checking the map. I remember I had to go like away for like a little bit of business trip, and I remember that was when my barbecue was still alive. When I come back, she was all over us. She was, up on me my shoulder. She was, snuggling into my face and. She more gaff down.
Perimeter secured. It looks like this cavern formed around the ruin after it was built.
Elevator simulator. I remember these little funny shaped recesses in the walls. Ooh, what's that? Nothing that we need.
Enemy sighted.
There we go.
Sterile life. Protheans sure build things homey.
I just checked before we get too deep down here. If the game dialogue is too quiet, just give us a shout and I'll rejiggle it. Just because when we get down, we're gonna have like conversations with the Sony. Let's move. Get me words out tonight. Dialogue's been alright so far.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Let's go.
You lead, I'll follow.
I'm sure we have to drill a hole with a mining thing. I remember right. Yeah. I think we got them.
Area secured.
Let's just secure the cave before we start fiddling with the mining laser. Looks all clear. think that's it. Let's go make a mess with a big laser. Oh, is it one of these puzzles? Right. There we go. Strange entranceway, isn't it? With this little bulge in the middle.
How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on!
There's the Krogan.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
It's not too tall of the elevator shaft. Looks like an ambush.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill her. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
There's only one Geth left. He's still alive. He's dead. There we go. we go back to the Normandy.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of... How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
A beacon? Yes, that makes sense. But the beacons were not programmed to interact with human physiology. I am surprised you were able to make any sense of it at all.
It's just a bunch of random images, even after I got the cipher.
The cipher?
Some Asari mumbo-jumbo, supposed to help the commander think like a Prothean. I don't know if it worked, though.
The cipher altered my perception of the visions, but it's subtle. I still can't make sense of what I'm seeing.
And this was something another Asari did to you? Commander, with your permission, I would like to try something. You were touched by the beacon. The visions are locked away inside your mind. One of my people gave you a deeper understanding of the visions, but you still cannot put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I might be able to help you.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Like the Asari who gave you the cipher, I can join my consciousness to yours. Maybe my knowledge of the Protheans will help clarify your vision.
It's worth a shot.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Come on, get to the point. What'd you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
Saren knew you were touched by the beacon on Eden Prime. He probably came after me because he feared I could help you understand it. I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, find the missing portion, and I am confident I can put all the pieces together.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
There we go. That is the Dr. Tassoni's mission now done. So in the main quest line, we have Novaria to do, which is like a large world with loads of different, you know, it's basically like a mini version of the Citadel, really, from what I remember its scale. All the different companies are there doing like dodgy research and what have you. And we have this list of side missions to do. Most of these are just quick, like 5-minute missions here and there. Some of them, like so these ones here, malleable materials, we're gathering this one as we go anyway, because we're getting the, you know, every time we scan or do a survey of one of the planets, we're getting that in there. Let's see, Rogue VI, that's the DLC mission, but we'll come with that later. So what we're going to do now, though, is we're going to go and explore the ship. And we haven't done the rounds for quite a while, so we need to go and chat to all of our crew members. See what new dialogues have all popped up from the mission.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing new from Presley. So we'll just go deck by deck. Keep them to the left as we cycle round.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what... The Normandy's probably too much ship for your
I have to go.
Conversations.
All right, see ya.
Down this side. If there's anyone to talk to on this side, we'll go down to the next deck. us what the joys of an elevator as well soon. I don't know where she is off the top of my head, but we will do...
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I think, yeah, we'll do her last. A bit of our quarters, and then we'll go talk to that wet blanket over there. No more action points in here.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
This a personal observation, Caden?
Maybe that's not my place. I don't want to send any bad signals, Commander. Just, working on what I've picked up. You tell me if I'm going too far.
We haven't had much off-duty time to talk. You have an issue with how things are going?
I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. Do you get my meaning?
Talk to me, Caden. You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Kinetics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
And the Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. I mean, hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. To introduce himself, he liked to say, "I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father." When I told him my dad wasn't in the war, he'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Special, huh?
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Now isn't the ideal time. But I want to talk about this, Caden.
I get you, Shepard. I don't make a habit of complicating the chain of command. Just think about what I said.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk later, Caden.
I'd like that.
There'll be no personal debriefings with him. There's nobody down here on the SR1. On the SR2, this was where we would come down and we would see Garrus fiddling with the cannons, as it were. Right, let's hop into Elevator Simulator and we'll go down to the lower deck. And whilst we're going down here, let's press some buttons. Oh, there's one button pressed. Did you want your favourite button pressed, Royalty? Because we haven't pressed that one for almost a week, I don't think. Where is it? There it is. Right, let's see. Let's go talk to Rex first.
What do you want, Shepard?
Unfortunately, we can't bang him either on this game.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
I think those other conversation trees are ones that we've already covered, like during the rounds on the previous ones. But now we've got the space racist.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, 'cause he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I should get back to my duties, Skipper. Rifles don't maintain themselves. Not yet, anyway. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
That's her dealt with. Who else is down here to chat with? The pitch black shadows, we have Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the Psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
I go. Picked up another, loyalty mission.
Looking for supplies?
Nope.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back.
Now we have Tally to go and talk to downstairs here. Actually, can we talk to the chief first, maybe, since we've run into
something I can do for you, Commander.
Nope.
Carry on, Adams.
Nothing new in there. We'll grab that codex entry.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Your favourite role, T.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Right, well, we've already had all those conversation trees, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So there's nothing new on Tallies, unfortunately, for your royalty.
See you later.
Trying to see if we can see through her face there. You just sort of make the outline of the eyes and the nose and stuff underneath the mask. Yeah, there's no bang option. It's just disgraceful. But when I checked to see what all the, because as I said it's a different game, but you can only do it if you're the male Shepard. So our Shepard couldn't do it anyway, unfortunately. So that only leaves us with the choice in Mass Effect 1 of the wet blanket or Dr. T'Soni, who we're going to go and see now. Yeah, just get in the lift. Yeah, wet blanket. Or Caden, I think, as his official name. We have to do heavy flirting with Liara so that we can catch up, as it were. There'll be quite a lot of conversations with her because it's the first time I've met her. So there's going to be, I imagine, a lot of dialogue to get through. Anything else in here? Just make sure there's no more codex entries. Here we go.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Do you like Dr. T'Soni as well, Royalty? There's a few of the other characters as well that you'll probably enjoy as we go through the other games. I quite liked Suvi in the Mass Effect Andromeda, but we're a long way from that.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
You like her now, royalty. See, in my original playthroughs, with the exception of Mass Effect 3, I always sort of went with Liara, and I really liked the Asari people until Mass Effect Andromeda. What was her name? Was it PB or something like that? She's like the Asari that's on your crew on the Tempest in Mass Effect Andromeda, and her character is just beyond annoying. So we'll have to just enjoy Dr. T'Soni here whilst we can.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Oops.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one
Think
of the
about
parents.
it,
I pressed the same button again.
Union I am. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too...
Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover...
Although
Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
You mate with her if she asked. Ooh, hang on 1 second. Telly was just about to go into its automatic standby thing. See, think about the Asari as well. If you listen to some of the conversations in the bar, there's a group of people in one of the bars. They're talking about the Asari, and that, like, I think there's a Salarian, I believe it was. He's saying he doesn't understand why humans are so attracted to the Asari, because he sees the Asari as looking like a Salarian. So to us, they look like humans. So it's only a little bit of background information that was just popped up briefly if you were listening in one of the bars. But yeah, so it's I assume then that no one really knows what the Asari look like. It must be like that. Is it like a boggart from Harry Potter? So they sort of appear as a female of every of like whatever species is in front of them, kind of thing. At least that's what I believe, anyway.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the Ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Got a phone call in the comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Yeah, it's sort of like the opposite. Cause you had like the Malfoy lot, wasn't it? They and the Slithering lot, wasn't it? That was all the pure blood rubbish. Aye.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Vermeer is a main quest, but we won't be doing that one until after we deal with Novaria. I forgot what I was going to say. Just going back to the same again with that, about how the Asari saying that they prefer to go like with all the other species. It just reminds me of from Star Trek what the Vulcans say. Infinite diversity and infinite combinations. I thought I saw another action point there. Oh, it must have just been a glitch. Right, let's go up to the galactic map, and we're going to have a rummage around those last two star systems, because we might as well survey them whilst we're here, and then we know that we've done this star cluster. So we scanned 1, finished 2, so we'll continue around clockwise. Well, it looked like there was something there. Scan. Survey. Out. Zoom out. And next ring.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Right, so I have a planet to land on. I'm not going to go down there just yet. Zoom out. Zoom out. Survey that. Bring around this outer ring of asteroids, see if there's anything sparkly. And before we investigate that planet, I just want to have a look in this last star system, just to see if there is like multiple planets to land on. Oh, so there is 2 planets to land on. I didn't think. Oh, bugger. I didn't think there would be so much in one star system. Or one star cluster, even. Survey planet. Zoom back out. Survey planet. And that's all of those ones. I think what we'll do is we will leave these planets for next time. So we know there's 2 planets to survey here, and then hang on, back to the galactic map. I keep on pressing the exit button because it feels like that would be the zoom out, but I remember when I originally played this, I did the exact same thing every single time. So we're down here. We will finish off those last 2 star systems next time, and then we might do Pinnacle Station, because that would probably be like, you know, to the hour-and-a-half time frame that I like to try and keep to. What did we do with the Voyager cluster? Yeah, I think we did. Oh yeah, I'm confused myself because Vermi has appeared up the top there, but that's main quest. We're not touching that until we have done. Actually, we won't be touching there until we have done Pinnacle Station, Novaria, and the asteroid DLC one. We'll be doing all of those before we do there, because once we do there, we will then return to the Citadel, and we will hand in a whole load of quests that we've been gathering up. And there's a few quests that we still have to complete on the Citadel, and we'll also get some new quests as well when we're on the Citadel for the second round of Citadel. And after that, another place opens up. Oh, I want to say it was over here. I can't quite remember. But there's another place that'll open up, and that will lead to the final, like, 3 missions. But we've got these ones here to survey. Like I said, I will come on through the week, and I'll just fire it up just so that I can catalogue the planets that we've visited. Without saving, of course. I won't save it because I'll keep the progress on here, but I'll put it all in the spreadsheet so we can actually see it all. Right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to save it, and then we'll see. Actually, whilst I'm doing this, what is the egg count up to? Save the game there. It's 471. Right, let's just move everything back here. And get hold of the mouse. 60 and 65. Right, let's have a look there. Still manages to keep that 5 lead, isn't he? Right, where's Twitch? There it is. So tomorrow we'll be back with, I'm sure it's The Signal. Hang on a second, I'm going to check on Discord. I know I've already put the episode titles in, haven't I? Schedule. So yeah, we're doing that one there, and then it's what, yeah, it is The Signal. Then of course it's all different next week, and then we'll be back with part 2 the following week. Right, let's minimise that anyway. What have we got there? Raid channel. Right, we have a choice tonight of Vaults playing Magic the Gathering. We have Alex is playing Jackbox Party Pack. I have no idea what that is. Or Angry Joe, who is playing. Oh, he's actually playing proper tabletop games. Not he's not on the computer. He's playing Warhammer. So, who would you like to go and get for Chris's bonus eggs tonight? Is that one of your favourites, the Halloween season royalty? Going to see Alex. We're going to see what she's doing. The black screen. I have no idea what this party thing is, unless this is that singing thing that she was doing when we raided a few weeks ago. We shall find out. Right, 2 seconds. I will just fiddle with the dials. Was that one of Weeble's ones? Was it? Was that one of press the wrong button there. Right, let's hop into there. Right, I've now set that away. So yeah, we're back tomorrow with more Alan Wake. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.